Hi there, welcome to Talk Canicross. I'm Janetta George.
And I'm Gail Walker. We're here today to talk all things Canicross, the fun way to get fit with your dog. So we hope you'll join us, whether it's for training tips, dog talk, or just for fun and encouragement. This is Talk Canicross, brought to you by DogFit. And don't forget to hit subscribe and keep in touch with all things Canicross. Hello and welcome to a very, very special edition of our podcast because Janetta and I are celebrating 10 years, 10 happy and successful years of DogFit. And we thought it'd be a really opportune time to come on and just talk to you all about what we've done in those 10 years, which is when we actually got together and were going through it all, we realised it's actually a hell of a lot. And whether we'll be able to get it onto this podcast, we're going to try our best indeed. But yeah, we started 10 years ago, and we just thought this is a great opportunity to tell you a bit more about, what we've been up to, but also share, some advice and tips of what we've learned along the way. Because we've obviously both been canicrossing for quite some time now. I'm not going to say how many years. And we've also helped thousands of people along the ways, and we've got some amazing DogFit trainers as well that we're going to talk about. And we just wanted to really sort of celebrate with you all as well this occasion, 10 very happy years, and hopefully 10 more to come. So yes, so Janetta, we thought, let's get together, and where's the best place to start? I guess the beginning, isn't it, about how we first got started. So
yeah,
absolutely. Your mind back.
Yeah, absolutely. I can remember it well. It was the 21st of June 2015, and we launched DogFit at DogFest, which was amazing. So many things happened over that time, and we've helped so many people, and seen just about every dog, I think, canicrossing. But when we started out, it was really difficult to get kind of really good advice. It was really confusing about kit, and that was one of the things that we set out to do, to make it really easy for people, come to a knowledgeable place, have really good quality instruction, and feel part of a community. And that's one of the things that's developed over the time, and nothing makes us prouder than seeing all the enjoyment that people are out there and having with their dogs. But if we look back over those 10 years, I'm going to ask you first, Gail, about some of those proudest moments. So that, in those 10 years. So what would you say was some of the things that really stick in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, and I also, whenever I get asked this question, I always think about individuals that we've helped. But I think on a broader level, something personal to my heart is the work we've done with rescue dogs over the years, because my husband and I have always had rescue dogs, and I think Canicross has been a lifesaver for them, and that's no exaggeration. And I've actually seen it through other people, and that's what I think is impressive. But yeah, in terms of how proud we are to have helped so many rescue dogs by introducing them to the benefits of Canicross, having seen it firsthand with my dog. So just it's helped with the bond between us when we've rescued a dog, because obviously some of the rescue dogs are a bit older, so you haven't had them from a pup necessarily. And I found personally that that's really helped. They're working with me. It's a quicker way to establish that bond. It's safe because they remain attached, so I can sort of work on training with them. But on the back of that, we've then helped so many of our customers who have rescue dogs. So I remember one occasion, a lady that came to one of our trainers, and she'd never felt confident enough to go out in public with her dog. She'd always go out very early or very late, and because she had reactive dogs. And the thought of being able to go and run with them alongside other dogs, she couldn't even, get her head around that. And she went to a class with one of our trainers, and at the end of that class, she was crying because she was able to, this was something she could never imagine being able to do. And it's because of it relaxed her. She was able to run in a safe environment with the guidance of a DogFit trainer, and her dog was in a completely different mindset because it was with the trainer and their dog, and was just following their lead. I mean, I think that's just one example of many. And I think the other bit about rescue dogs is that we've helped so many actual rescue centres. We've had giveaways, haven't we, Janetta? And I know we're going to have more in the future. We've volunteered at rescue centres and run the younger more energetic dogs, and that's helped with their rehoming. And we've given, like I said, we've given away kit to support them. So there's a personal thing for me is just the work we've done with rescue dogs.
Yeah,
So that's one from me. What
yeah,
about you?
absolutely. And we've all got rescue dogs, and it can be transformational. For anyone listening to this podcast or watching this on YouTube and don't know DogFit very well, obviously we have two sides to our business. We have three sides to the business really. We obviously run classes through our network of DogFit trainers in person and online. We also supply kit, so we manufacture some of our own kit, but we also supply a selected range of Canicross kit. And the third part to our business is about education and helping people getting started in sport and giving them the support and encouragement. And that's a really key part. But going back to the kit, one of the things that we set out to do was make things really simple and not complicated for anyone wanting to get started into the sport. And also making really good quality kit at an affordable price. And we launched our starter kit probably about 3 years after the company started, because we spent a lot of time refining the product. And we also manufacture it here in the UK, and it's our most popular seller is our kit. So we have a dog harness, a line, and a belt, which is in a lovely kit, and it's literally the price of a cost of a pair of trainers. And for us, seeing that, we manufacture it here in the UK, seeing that being produced, and it's, it has our logo on it, and it's made in the UK, we're really proud of that. But we also help people that come in and have done, and we must have helped thousands of customers and their dogs getting the right harness for them. So it really is, yeah, and we're always looking at new innovation. If we look at a new product that comes in, but having our own kit is absolutely great, and we use it ourselves. But what about you, Gail? Give us another
Yeah,
another
I mean, the
favorite.
kit, yeah, just to back up that about the kit, I think as what we've done there is quite revolutionary. And seeing so many people out wearing the kit and getting such positive feedback, and having it's probably our best seller, isn't it? The starter kit. So
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something to be proud of. Yeah, and I think for me as well, I touched upon it earlier, and Janetta, you were explaining about our trainers, but obviously we have a national and international network that's growing of DogFit certified trainers. What I am particularly proud of is that not just anybody can come on board as a DogFit trainer. It's very important to us that those people have a background, not just being able to Canicross, which should be a given anyway, but they have a background in leading a group class, exercise class. Many of our trainers are personal trainers. We also and many are also dog trainers or dog behaviorists. But they will all have some sort of qualification or background in leading group classes. And that, I think, differentiates us from much of our competition, that people will come to a trainer knowing they're going to get somebody who's certified, somebody who's experienced, and someone who's going to, look after them and their dog. And touch wood, we've never had any problems. People go to our classes and they can always come back very positive about it. And I think once you've tried Canicross, you don't tend to look back. But going to a trainer, a DogFit trainer, means that you'll get that special attention. So we have a very popular beginner to 5K program that our trainers use. And we've seen thousands of people, haven't we, Janetta, that have gone through that course. We sell it virtually as well for people who can't get to a trainer for whatever reason. And we've even had DogFit trainers that have supported their customers, their clients, from that 5K right through to even longer distances, if that's what they want. One of our trainers went out and did a marathon and has done ultras, and they've taken turns, swap dogs around. That's what I love about it as well. I mean, I love our trainers because they're as passionate as us. They've got the same ethos as us. That's very important too. All of them want to make lives better for their clients and help them not just hit their fitness goals, but support them in other ways. There's a lot of our customers, it's not just about getting fit. It might be, they might have mental health issues. They might have dog anxious dogs that they've got to manage. this is about saying to people, this is a safe, happy environment where you're going to get the support and the structure. And it doesn't matter if you can't run. You can canny trek, you can, hands-free walk with your dog. And it, as you said earlier, Janetta, it doesn't matter, does it, either what size your dog is, how athletic the dog is, and even yourself. It's just about getting out and having fun with your dog. And I think our trainers, live that through the classes that they did, and I'm really proud of them for that. And they really represent the brand, represent DogFit in a really positive way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we've always, whether you go for a class in Scotland or down in Cornwall, you'll get the same quality of help and support. And obviously now we have international trainers as well. So we have a fabulous network of trainers in the UK. But just going back to that first point about not being able to run, I know 15 years ago when we first met that I was absolutely not a runner. And I had a 1-year-old pointer who was a failed gun dog, and I couldn't run at all. And I think we just met because I wanted to find out if the kit that I bought, because I was so confused by it all, what fit is. And it's just amazing because that person that I was is the people that we help today, the people that think they can't run, and they couldn't possibly be out there and run with their dogs. But we've just proved it so many times. I mean, our podcast, which we were one of the first people to launch a Canicross podcast, and we've got such great content on there. And anyone, we would really encourage you to go back and explore some of the other episodes. But our all-time, the most popular one is is episode 1. Actually, is the questions, fun and fears, new to canicrossing, and it really is that kind of hesitant stage that people get to where they think, oh, I could just never do that. And we are the first people to encourage anyone out there. It's always been one of our part of our mission statement is that to encourage absolutely anyone, whether you want to jog 1K or you want to run a marathon. It's we're there for everyone. So we love doing our podcast. And absolutely love the sport. I mean, Coco, who I started with all that time ago, she's a retired senior dog now, but I'm still out running with other dogs, and it's absolutely amazing. So I don't think we ever lose that whole passion for it all.
Yeah, I agree. I think our podcast, Talk Canicross, for anyone who doesn't know about it yet, I think what I love about it is you can listen back on any of those episodes. They're all relevant today, even as they were maybe quite a few years ago when we started. So, but yeah, I think touching upon talking about our trainers also sort of reminded me about our community. Our customers, because they are particularly important to us because obviously that's what drives us and motivates us to keep going as a business. And what I love, I think, the most is, as I've sort of touched upon earlier, is that, we're helping people right through from complete beginners who can't run, right through to people who are running marathons. And we've even helped, people get to represent GB for their country in Canicross. So I think for me, what's really great is just whatever people's personal goals are, Canicross has helped and supported them to do that. And I think seeing people share their stories, because we've got a very successful My Story series, haven't we, that people can read on our blog. And I look back at those now and again, and looking at them again recently, and I think there's some really touching stories on there. And it's a reminder of why that Canicross is more than just a sport, and we've talked about it in some of our marketing, haven't we, about how what we're doing is we're putting the can into Canicross, and I think it might sound a bit cheesy, but that really sums us up nicely. We're about getting that message across to people that Canicross can be inclusive. You don't have to be super fit. You don't have to have a certain type dog to run it, to do Canicross. And it's about just getting out there and having fun and getting fit with your dog. And I think our community of customers and all the thousands of people and dogs that we've helped along the way is really what, makes DogFit, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're in canicrossing and you see someone canicrossing in the kit, that is, I remember I was canicrossing a half marathon with Coco a good few years ago, and someone was running in front with the DogFit kit, and that was just an amazing moment. But anyone looking to get into the sport, that would be our, like, if we were looking at the top 3 recommendations, the first one would be, invest in the right equipment. We can't stress enough about having a comfortable, the right harness for your dog to Canicross in. So it's got full range of movement. And on our website, we obviously have a quiz where you can key in details about your dog, or we've even got our team, Hannah, who works on our customer service, is always there helping with really personalised inquiries. But having the right sort of kit for your dog and getting the right things for you as well. So comfortable running, jogging clothes, the right pair of trainers, trail trainers, and just really going out there and going for a walk hands-free with your dog once you've got the kit on. And then you can start obviously jogging on from there. But it's about gradually building up. So if someone can't get to a trainer, we do have an online course that you could do. We've got so much video. It's always been really important for us to help with the education side. I know that you see sometimes people on the collar, they've got a collar and a lead, and you go, oh my gosh, so much better dynamic using the right kit, so much better for your dog and for you as well. So I mean, what about you, Gail? What tips would you say for anyone trying Canicross for the first time?
I always say, remember, this is about having fun, and don't feel pressured. Don't worry about anyone else. And I think it's that old adage, walk before you can run. Some of our customers already are runners, but it might be the dog hasn't ever, well, they won't have ever Canicross before. So you're trying to train them to run in a harness attached to you. So it's all a bit weird for the dog as well. And I think the best thing to do is just walk with the dog and get used to letting go of the line and walking hands-free and then building up from there. But as I said, it's about having fun, and don't ever forget that, because you're outside having great time with your dog, and if you can get out with other people, it's the most wonderful, wonderfully social sport out there, I think. To go out and do that with like-minded people. So yeah, I would definitely say just go out, have fun, and just build up gradually, get used to the equipment, and and build up from there. But don't put any pressure on yourself. You're getting out, getting fit with your dog. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and we have on the website as well, because in 10 years we've probably been asked every question that there is, and helped our customers, people that have seen the sport that don't know where to start. But we do have a frequently asked questions page. But some of those top questions that we get asked, like, can you run with any sort of dog? And I think in 10 years we've probably run with every breed, and obviously a large proportion of crossbreeds. So, and there's no one, you can get a very small whippet that's an absolute pocket rocket, and then you can get a large German Shepherd that doesn't pull at all. There is not one breed. You can actually Canicross with any breeds. Obviously the flat nose breeds, and you just have to be very careful especially with the weather and taking things slowly. But really, Canicross is for everybody and every dog. And on that frequently asked questions page, we've got some videos and some content back. But we're always here to help our community and help get you started. And it's
Absolutely.
so heartwarming when we hear such lovely stories.
Janetta, then, what's the largest dog you've ever seen anyone run with?
Oh, and well, I've actually run with it. A friend of mine has an Irish Wolfhound, and he's like a horse. And he's like a horse, and I'm only 5'2", so you can imagine that where the line is like, it's almost horizontal from my waist. But but he doesn't really pull. So, but you know what? He absolutely loves just going out with the group. He really absolutely loves it, and you can just tell. And so yeah, so he's got to be the biggest. What about the smallest?
Oh, blimey. I knew you were going to ask me that. I think the smallest dog I've seen,
Dog, isn't it?
I've seen like like our friend Gemma, who's got like Dachshund cross. Yeah, it's like miniature Dachshund, but it's definitely a cross, I think. And we know people that have run with Westies as well.
Yeah.
and the small
Boston Terriers.
areas as well, and
Yeah,
pugs as well. Obviously, we have to be careful with flat nose, but with flat nose breeds. But yes, that's probably the smallest, and they are pocket rockets. I mean,
absolutely
Gemma's
are, aren't
dogs
they?
were always up there at the front going
Yeah.
for it. But they're a very sporty family, so I think the dogs didn't have any choice in the matter. But yeah, it's quite funny to think you go from the largest to the tiny, but they're all having fun and still, you
It
know.
would be great to have a complete lineup of all the dogs all the
Yeah,
time,
I
like
was
going
thinking that.
down to
Yeah.
all the sizes. But you know, from our range of kit, we literally can fit any dog with the selected harnesses that we have. So never think that there's not going to be one that's going to be comfortable. And we obviously can help with you selecting that. So yeah, I mean, what are some of the other resources that we've contributed to?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because we said earlier about helping people get into the sport is our main mission, and whatever the dog breed or person's background, but education sort of follows neatly after that, because it's about helping people. It's getting them into the sport is one thing, but the education piece is really important. And yeah, we have over those 10 years, I think we've actually managed to collate quite a lot of resource there for people to go to. So we've got everything really. We started off with a blog, and we sort of then we grew our YouTube channel. So you can go onto our DogFit channel on YouTube, and we've got a library of videos, you know, things like how to run downhill with your dog, how to use the right commands, how to fit all our harnesses that we sell. So we've got demos for that, because it can be quite daunting, as you said, as well as the help we give online, where people can fill in an online consultation form and get support from us directly. We do have videos there to help with fitting your harness and so forth. And we've obviously mentioned our podcast, Talk Canicross, which is a great resource as well. And we've got so many on there. Like we were saying earlier, Janetta, we've got conversations with complete beginners, where we talk through some of their questions that they have, which are still relevant, today. Right through to nutrition advice for your dog, how to sort of prepare for a
hot weather. Hot weather. That's a topic
yeah,
at the moment,
too
isn't
hot
it?
to trot is a very, very popular one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Um,
yeah. I mean, it's all there. I mean, and I think the other thing is that we are still very much the company we were 10 years ago. We've grown. We have some amazing people behind the scenes that support us, work with us, and if you're sending emails or getting in touch, then you might well hear from Lara or Hannah. But the key thing is we are still very much at the crux of the business with DogFit every day, with whatever route things are going down, and helping customers, looking at kit, and yeah, very, very passionate about it still. I guess, as we've said, we're looking forward to the next 10 years. But this year being our 10th anniversary, we've got lots that we're celebrating over the next 10 months really. So we've got competitions that are going to be coming out. We've got giveaways that are going to be coming out. Lots of special 10-year anniversary kind of bags that we will be sending out. So really watch this space, follow us on our Instagram channels, and also tag us, because part of the heartwarming side is actually seeing you guys out there with your dogs and having fun. So we absolutely love it to see your Canicross content as well, and share that to our audiences.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And as you mentioned earlier, if anyone has any questions about Canicross, we've got all those resources available to you free of charge. So please, dive into them, and you can always get in touch with us if there's anything you think you still don't have an answer to. But yeah, I guess for me, it's really, I want to use this opportunity to really thank everybody that's been involved in DogFit, and that starts with our customers, and that includes the dogs, of course, because we're very obviously dog lovers, so we've got to thank the dogs. And I think our customers, we'd like to thank you for being part of DogFit and supporting us in those 10 years. And it's such a fun business to be in, and I think just everybody involved in Canicross has helped spread the positive word about it, and it's just great to see everybody out having fun and, you know, getting fit with their dog. I don't think we talked about it much, but we've got our ambassadors who are you know, loyal supporters who absolutely love our brand, and as a result of loving our brand, they support us in many ways, and they'll help share any promotions that we have, and they share a lot of great videos. So we've got all our ambassadors out there, our influencers that are a big part of this as well. And anyone else you'd like to thank, Janetta?
Yeah, well, obviously our trainers, many of whom have been with us for many years, and just really championing all the things that we stand behind as DogFit. So thank you to all of you. And for any new potential trainers that are out there, please get in touch through the website. Come and have a chat. We'll find out if it's a good fit. And then we obviously have a training program. But we'd love to hear from you. We are always we're always being asked about classes in different areas, and we'd love to have a trainer in every area. So there are definitely opportunities there. So thank you to our existing trainers and potentially the new ones. And as I said previously, our people behind the scene, the DogFit team behind the scenes, and family as well, our own families who, in 2015, we wrote them into launching the business, and they still are absolute avid supporters now. And yeah, we probably couldn't do it without them. So yeah, I would say, Gail, here's to the next 10 years. What's next?
Definitely. Cheers to that.
All right.
Champagne later. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Talk Canicross. We really hope that you've enjoyed it. But don't forget to hit subscribe so we can keep you up to date and let you know when the next episode comes out. Happy canicrossing.